NBA Canada Series. By BMO, building up kids from the court up. BMO, we're here to help. By MGD, official partner of the NBA. And by our good friends at Foot Locker.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Official partner of the NBA. Fans still filing in here on this Friday night from the Bell Center in Montreal. Let's take a look at the starting lineups here. Both teams 4-2 during the preseason. John Wall, Bradley Beal, Otto Porter, who played exceptionally well in that first round against the Toronto Raptors. Former Raptor Chris Humphries and Gortat in the middle. Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, DeMar Carroll, Luis Scola, and Jonas Valanciunas. More than likely, that starting five that we'll see next Wednesday night against the Indiana Pacers. You certainly understood that it was going to be Lowry, DeRozan, Carroll, and Valanciunas, and it appears as though Scola now will be the starting four for Dwayne Casey, entering his 5th season at the helm of the Toronto Raptors. A season ago, a franchise record 49 wins. Season prior to that, franchise record at that time 48 wins. The last 2 seasons, Randy Whitman has led his team to the 2nd round of the NBA playoffs. They swept the Toronto Raptors this past postseason. In the 2nd round, they met up against DeMar Carroll's Atlanta Hawks. They lost in 6 games, 4-2. Time now for the coach's keys to the game.
Well, number one, style of play. Final preseason game. Make sure on both ends you establish your look. Offensive chemistry, that's got to improve. Where the ball goes, the types of shots you get, roll definition, and tighten the loose ends. This is your last dress rehearsal, Matty D. Get it right.
3 officials this evening. Zach Zarba, Josh Tiffin, and Haywood Workman. We are set for basketball. A different look to the Washington Wizards this season. No Paul Pierce. Pierce signed with his hometown Los Angeles Clippers. He's from Inglewood. And so last season proclaiming that the Raptors didn't have it, and then promptly went out and won 4 consecutive games against the Toronto Raptors. Here's Bradley Beal. And when we saw the Clippers take on the Raptors here in the preseason, we were joking with Paul Pierce about, hey, it's great that you're now in the other conference. We only see you twice a year. And you don't have to worry about seeing them in the playoffs unless, of course, both teams end up in the NBA Finals. Here's DeMar DeRozan spinning around, cut off by Bradley Beal. DeMar last year in the 1st round played well. First point productivity. Kyle Lowry, 3-pointer doesn't go. It was a disappointing series for Kyle. He struggled shooting the basketball. Otto Porter in a charge taken by Kyle Lowry. When he does those things, Jack, that's a good sign.
Well, he's one of the best in the business. He forever gives up his body for the sake of the team, and really good job in terms of just giving it up right there, taking it right on the numbers. And youngster Porter going to be off the ball more than on the ball. That time just ran over the defender.
Here's Scola up fake, driving, and Porter that length with the block to take away. Wall ahead to Beal. Swings it back over to John Wall, who is one of the quickest in the game with the ball in his hands. And in the corner, here's Humphries, a 3-pointer, and Chris Humphries knocks it down.
And he spent a lot of time this offseason working on his 3-point shooting. And it's really paid off for him. Right now, shooting the ball with confidence in the preseason, about 35%. He can just be respectable from there. It's going to give him some minutes.
DeMar underneath. And a loose ball, last touch by Washington. It'll be Toronto basketball. Porter defensively last year was certainly a key in that opening round.
Yeah, well, he's got great lateral quicks, and as you mentioned, he's got the length as well. He's got good defensive habits. And that was a beautiful play there by Scola.
And kick ball out of bounds. It'll be Raptors basketball. They're going to reset side out of bounds, and it should be 14.
And that that was a series a year ago. I think the Raptors, that was a big impetus for going to get Damari Carroll. They got outplayed at the 3 spot by Porter and Pierce. And sometimes Pierce played at the 4, but that was a big deal to that series in general. And it really exposed the weakness.
Wall and a turnover. Here's DeRozan driving in the painted area. Outside, Lowry the 3, no, Carroll. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunity. More than likely because this is the final preseason game and another turnover. Here's Porter once again. Bradley Beal to the rim, a 5-0 start for Washington. And a foul is going to be charged with Bradley Beal. More than likely, you'll see a tighter rotation here this evening, with it maybe being the final game and before the regular season starts, Jack.
No doubt about it. And because you want to be clicking on all cylinders next week when you open up Washington at Orlando, Toronto obviously at home on Wednesday night against the Indiana Pacers, who will be playing a lot of small ball themselves.
Talking to front office personnel with the Washington Wizards, they're kind of pleased that it appears as though that they're going to fly under the radar a little bit. You know, preseason proclamations, and some picking the Raptors to be in the top 3 in the East, maybe even top 2.
Yeah, I flew in here this morning to Montreal, and I was reading on the plane, my Sports Illustrated, Raptors were picked 2nd in SI, which honestly surprised me a little bit. I thought that was a little bit high.
Well, Cleveland certainly one of those teams,
but Chicago,
if they're healthy.
Chicago and Atlanta and Washington, for Raptors to be picked ahead of them, I was definitely surprised.
But here's the thing, you know, a lot of changes for the Raptors, in that early season schedule is tough. And if you could just kind of manage your way through that, things will certainly come back to you as far as lengthy homestands. Here's Wall. It's still a process for this Raptors team, there's no question. You have 2 new players in the starting 5. Here's Lowry, and the first bucket takes nearly 3 minutes. It is preseason. And remember, I mean, if you look at all the teams, the top teams in the East, and certainly the Raptors are one of them, unless they want to foul. They made more changes than anyone, Jack.
Well,
that takes time.
When you get swept, I think it opens your eyes a little bit to, and there's a screen and roll. That was a big problem in the playoffs a year ago with Gortat. And, you know, it was not just the playoffs, Matt. It was the back end of the season a year ago where there was a deterioration of kind of the defensive mindset. And, you know, so you saw some things and you said, hey, you know what, got to make some changes. And again, it's going to take some time to get things straightened the way you want them to be, because that early schedule is going to be brutal.
Backing down, here's Jonas Valanciunas, and a nice post-up move by Jonas. And knocked away, they're looking for Gortat.
Jonas Valanciunas, good back in, gets both feet in the painted area, shoots it right over the top. But he got to his sweet spot, which is oh so crucial, being able to get right to where he wanted to be.
Scola with it. Raptors down by 4 with 8:10 on the clock. Here's DeRozan up top. Valanciunas' screen. DeRozan with a jumper. Doesn't go, and a rebound for Humphries. Lead pass and a slam dunk. Beal. Wall to Beal.
Again, pace of play. The Wizards, a new look this year. Really trying to change ends quickly. Going small quite a bit. And Dwayne Casey not happy with what he's seen. Quick 10 points. They've given up 57%. They're going to talk it over here. And the Washington Wizards on the other end. Beautiful pass. Up top. The flush. Back in a moment here from Montreal. Bonjour, Matty D. Raps stuck 6.
To introduce the redesigned Infiniti QX50, we could have shown it on the same old scenic road, or somewhere cultured and sophisticated, or at the Too Perfect Marina. But what sets the QX50 apart isn't where you can take it, it's how you feel taking it there. with generous cargo space, extended legroom, and 325 horsepower. The redesigned QX50 from Infiniti.
Who says you can't get quality like this at a great price? Pure, fresh, never frozen beef with quality toppings. Wendy's Junior Cheeseburger Deluxe is now part of our everyday value menu, starting at $1.89. Wendy's, now that's better.
Listen, Andrew, I've been Rookie of the Year, and you can't let early success make you complacent.
I hear you, Dame. That's why I'm turning fresh this season.
Well, that new Adidas gear from Foot Locker is a good start. You got to evolve, because you don't want to end up like Bobby Butter.
I'm like mayonnaise because I'm smooth but dangerous to leave open. Did I do that?
You had all the talent in the world.
I'm like propane. I'm gonna be in your grill all day. Come on.
What happened, brother?
Butter!
This isn't Miami. This isn't the beach. This is now. These are my rocks. This is my heat. This is my splash. This is my flavor. And this is my Caesar. And right now, this is happening.
John Wall, when he's healthy, when he's right, he is just a wonderfully dynamic player. End-to-end, a terror to keep in front of you. Exceptional at screen and roll, getting better and better in terms of shooting the ball, turning the corner, and then to have Bradley Beal as the sidekick, who's a major league three-point shooter, and a guy that I was really impressed, particularly in the playoffs, Matt, his ability to break off plays and create his own shot off the bounce.
DeRozan drills it. You know, you mentioned something, Jack, going to break, and I really think that we saw this last year in the playoffs, and one of the reasons why the Raptors, I think, struggled against Washington was DeMar Carroll without Bradley Beal. They put Paul Pierce at the 4, and they went small. They hadn't done that against the Raptors during the regular season. And so that was one of the things you just, talked about, them going a little bit smaller. And
well, and you have usually only maybe 2, maximum 3 chess pieces you can move in the playoffs to then evoke a response of your opponent and see if that can change the dynamics of the series. Quite frankly, I thought Randy Woodman did a beautiful job in that series, making the Raptors react to everything that they did.
Gortat underneath Porter. Back outside, here's Humphries, and Humphries 2 of 2 from downtown.
I mentioned that Chris has spent a lot of time this summer working on that. He looks and says, hey man, this is an opportunity to play with this team. Didn't play a lot down the stretch in the playoffs. Want some more run, and way to do it.
Nice patient move by DeMar DeRozan, getting inside the painted area, and then the runner. Here's Wall, taken away by DeRozan, scooped up by Gortat. Wall now swings it. Porter puts it on the deck to Georgetown product. Leaner doesn't go, tapped around, and scooped up by Lowry. Kyle with it. Kyle, turnover in the lane, goes between the legs of Humphries, and JV lays it up and in.
What a pass that time. 50.
Look at Beal with that hop step to the hole.
Can't celebrate when you score against a team like this. They are pushing it down your throats. That'll be, I'm sure, something Dwayne Casey watches with his team tomorrow on video. That exact replay right there. Good offense, bad defense.
You know, it's interesting. A lot depends upon how you do during the postseason. When you meet during the offseason about what you want to do the following year. Scola, look at Wall. I mean, totally playing to their strength. Gortat unable to finish. Wall does. They were 22nd last year, Washington, in offensive rating. They were 5th in defensive rating, so they want to push that pace, get that rating a little bit higher. They're 17th in scoring, 10th in points against.
Well, and this is a team with quickness, guys that can guard on the perimeter. I think Porter obviously will be a better defender at the 3 spot than Pierce was. And I think Porter's ready to be an effective player in this league. And the Raptors defensively right now having difficulty defending in transition. But how about this read? The patience of Lowry right through Humphries' legs. And again, the patience, the weight, gorgeous look right there. Lowry, who's played oh so well. 2 assists tonight, 2 points. Valanciunas sits down with 4 points. They got Biyombo and Ross in the game now for DeRozan and Valanciunas. I'm sorry,
Carroll.
for Carroll. Valanciunas.
Gortat underneath Carroll with 2 personal fouls. Patterson makes his way to the official scorer's table. T. Ross swings it up top to Lowry. Lowry driving, finds T. Ross in the corner, and the 3 is good. Look, he has an immense amount of potential. We understand that. Raptors have now made 7 of their last 10. If he capitalizes on this opportunity, you know, he could really fill the void for the Toronto Raptors.
Well, you know, and there's some concerns, legitimate ones. How good a 3-point shooting team is this Raptor team going to be? So the guys that are quote-unquote 3-point shooters got to make them. And again, another great pass by Lowry, keeping that dribble alive along the baseline, drawing a lot of red shirts to him and getting Ross a clean look. But your shooters got to make shots, because I look at this Raptor team, and if they don't do that, the spacing is going to get condensed. It's going to be difficult to get drive opportunities and post-ups if you're not stretching the defense out.
Wall, skip pass. And a foul. Drew Gooden on the court for the Washington Wizards.
Here's the other thing, Matt. Not only the pace of play for the Wizards, I like what Randy Whitman's club is doing in terms of the spacing. They're doing a good job of getting the Raptors, having a guard, skilled, quick, athletic guys in space. And a big reason why is they really getting to spots on the floor where they're stretching them out.
Beal at the free throw line. First doesn't go. Raptors 905. Affiliate of the Toronto Raptors are new to the D-League this season. Be there as they tip off their inaugural season on November 19th at the Hershey Center in Mississauga against the Maine Red Claws. For more details, visit Raptors905.com. Veteran Drew Gooden. As DeRozan unable to finish. Biyombo can't get it to fall. Wall behind the back loses it. Track meet. Lowry pulls it back out of the foul line. Up fake Ross. Step back 3. Sends it to Lowry. No. Biyombo has it tapped by Gortat. Away from him and controlled by Washington. And Gooden with the 3.
He made some killer threes in the playoffs against Toronto. Preseason now, he's shooting 47% from behind the arc. So you think of him and Humphries at that 4 spot. If they can both do those things, it opens up the driving lanes big time for Wall, Beal, and Porter.
Patterson on the glass. Biyombo up fake. Shot doesn't go. Raptors just 7 of 19. Watch out. Lowry gets back. Great job defensively by Kyle. Here he is out in transition, driving, and a foul on Gooden.
Smart play that time. Take the ball to the defender. And Lowry both ways here. This is a great breakup play, and now the other end, smart play. Here it is again, the defensive play. He knows where it's going. Wall's going to his teammate, and then on the other end, he draws the foul. So, man, I look at DeMar DeRozan, and people are a little bit nervous about how he looks in preseason. Remember, a year ago, he got off to a great start. He had that experience with USA Basketball. Yeah. That got him sharp.
NBA League Pass is bringing you the action. Don't miss out on your chance to watch the NBA how you want it. Now you have the choice. Purchase the full package. Purchase a single team or a single game. NBA League Pass puts the game in your hands. Anytime, any place, and now any way you want it. To purchase NBA League Pass, just log on or download the NBA app. It's your game, your way. NBA League Pass. Get it now.
To introduce the redesigned Infiniti QX50, we could have shown it on the same old scenic road, or somewhere cultured and sophisticated, or at the Two Perfect Marina. But what sets the QX50 apart isn't where you can take it, it's how you feel taking it there. With generous cargo space, extended legroom, and 325 horsepower. The redesigned QX50 from Infiniti.
This isn't Miami. This isn't the beach. This is now. These are my rocks. This is my heat. This is my splash. This is my flavor. And this is my Caesar. And right now, this is happening.
Listen, Andrew, I've been Rookie of the Year, and you can't let early success make you complacent.
I hear you, Dame. That's why I'm turning fresh this season.
Well, that new Adidas gear from Foot Locker is a good start. You gotta evolve, because you don't want to end up like Bobby Butter.
I'm like mayonnaise because I'm smooth, but dangerous to leave open. Did I do that?
He had all the talent in the world.
I'm like propane. I'm gonna be in your grill all day. Come on.
What happened, brother?
Butter!
You look at the career of DeMar DeRozan, and 11 playoff games, an all-star, average a team best, 20.1 points a season ago. That was 14th in the NBA. Remember, he missed 22 games, 21 consecutive. He has been rock steady every single year. He's improved his game every single year. And into his 7th year, Jack, that'll start next Wednesday.
No, but you remember a year ago in the beginning of the year, he got off to an amazing start. Shot out of a cannon. And I think a big part of it, I mentioned it before the break, was the fact that, I think playing great competition and practicing with great competition in the offseason brings out the best in you and also exposes weaknesses in the game. And I thought he came into camp, into the preseason last year, as good as I've ever seen him. And obviously didn't have that experience this summer compared to what he had. The key is staying healthy and working his way back up to that level, which obviously I know he can get to.
Absolutely. Sessions finds Gortat, knocks it down, end the clock. Gortat, Gary Neal, Gooden, and Sessions.
When you're an older player, you're easing your way into this process a little bit. It's all about Wednesday night.
There's Lowry slithering through the lane. Shot doesn't go. Can't control the glass. Biombo, Patterson, Ross, Corey Joseph, and Lowry. Here's Sessions. The three-pointer doesn't go. And a foul on the floor.
That was a great possession, though, by the Washington Wizards. Otto Porter, and I really like him. He's got polish. He's smart. He's already got 2 assists. Watch this crossover, seam in the defense, quick pass, and then a beautiful pass by Neal to Sessions. Sessions has played well for them in the preseason. Again, pace of play helps his game. He's more comfortable in that style. And he's averaging 6 assists a game in the preseason. But that was a good exchange. Again, spacing, hard dribble, get 2 defenders to you, bang, bang, get a clean look.
So Porter at the free throw line. His career got off to a slow start based on injuries, but his back had a hip flexor back, and he is really ready to take off. I think a lot of that due to the fact that he gained so much confidence in the postseason. 22 years of age. Biombo on the inside. Tough for Bismack to operate a little bit down low, putting it on the floor. He's better being aggressive off of the glass, rebounds, putbacks.
He's an offensive rebound and putback guy. You don't run any plays from him, quite frankly. He's a guy that's kind of a resultant guy based upon his lunch pail that he brings and kind of earns his own buckets. But he's there for the defense and the rebound.
Garrett Temple on the court now. Here's Gooden with 3, and it doesn't go. Humphries underneath, controls it, saves it, moves it up top to Temple. Here's Sessions, screen set by Gooden. He rolls, pops in fact, back over now to Sessions. Clock under 10. Spin move, Neal. Shot doesn't go. Biombo on the glass, and the Raptors down by 10, shooting just 35%. The Wizards 10 of 19, and for the Raptors, they had a stretch of making 7 of 10, and Since that, they've dropped 6 in a row. They've been unable to hit a bucket.
Well, you know, we focused a lot on how good Washington's looked offensively. I like how they've looked defensively. I mean, they're playing with great purpose. Their perimeter people are really doing a good job keeping the ball in front of them. They're contesting shots at the rim. They're being physical, getting on the glass. Overall, nice performance. Randy Whitman's got to be pleased with his club here tonight.
8-2 run, last 3.5 minutes. Here's Corey Joseph backing down. Excellent job getting in the lane deep and then the fadeaway.
He's strong and he loves that shot right there.
Final preseason game. Stay healthy. That's for everybody. Both teams. A minute to go.
Good defense that time, Terrence Ross. And you know, you mentioned it before, Matty D. Obviously, making the three is big, and then being that guy on the other end defensively, lockdown wing defender, that helps a great deal.
Accept and excel. 27-19. Patterson, scoop shot, and Biamba with a putback.
That's his game right there. He's going to get you the garbage points. And you know what? In the scorebook, there's no style points. Just get it done.
Well, last game against Cleveland, 8 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 block shots. You take that every single night for sure.
Oh boy, would you ever? Just love the energy he plays with. He's a hard-nosed, tough guy. And, you know, he's going to help them in terms of their look defensively, and he's going to give you that, the extra possessions, the extra shots, the putback right there.
Sessions at the line. BMO Raptors basketball on TSN begins Wednesday with the Raptors hosting the Indiana Pacers. Paul George in his return. The season gets underway. 2015-2016 season home opener live at the ACC. Catch at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific across the TSN network. 6-point game. Indiana, a team along with Miami, 2 teams that finished first and second. Indiana being first, Miami second the year prior. Out of the postseason a season ago. And so everybody looks at the West, but the East is...
It's a fragile thing, too. Like, it's funny, you know, everybody, a lot of folks talking about baseball. Well, the Chicago Cubs will be in the playoffs the next 5-10 years. There's no guarantees of anything. You know, you got to come back the following year and earn it. And health is such a huge factor. You look at what Indiana and Miami, as you mentioned, went through. What was the biggest thing? Obviously, LeBron leaves Miami.
Yeah.
But the other factor is just health. That crushes you. And so for the Raptors, you improve your team, and then your fingers crossed, you stay healthy, and you get through the early part of the season okay.
DeRozan with the 3. And Humphries a rebound. 5 seconds, 4 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Sessions short. And the first quarter comes to an end. And it's a 7-point advantage for the Washington Wizards, 28-21.
Well,
Jack.
I'm sure Dwayne Casey will be banging the drums there in the huddle, going over defensive coverages, getting back in transition. Got to do a better job with that. But you know what, Matty D? We're in Montreal. It's a Friday night, the last preseason game. Raps stuck second. Back in a moment.
This is a smartphone. It's changed how we communicate, how we work, how we live. But without the right network, it's not being used to its fullest potential. It needs the largest LTE network in the country, with amazingly fast speeds from coast to coast. The smartphone you love on one of the best networks in the world.
You could be the youngest, you could be the quickest, you could be an inspiration. You could be the one with the sneaker, the gold, the style. You can be the greatest. Or
the next NBA superstar.
You can be yourself. Be the story. NBA 2K16, star in the Spike Lee joint.
Rated everyone 10 and up. This is a smartphone. It's changed how we communicate, how we work, how we live. But without the right network, it's it's not being used to its fullest potential. It needs the largest LTE network in the country, with amazingly fast speeds from coast to coast. The smartphone you love on one of the best networks in the world.
End of the first quarter, and here are the numbers. Washington 50% from the field, Toronto 36.
Well, the thing that's impressive so far with the Washington Wizards is they're sharing the rock. I mean, they're doing a great job getting extra opportunities and getting really good scoring chances. High screen, they love using Gortat there. And then this is the style of play they want to utilize. Up top, nice flush that time by Beal. Gortat, again, a great finisher in the lane. But John Wall, he kind of orchestrates this whole thing and really makes it happen. And Dwayne Casey, 28 points, 50% his defense gave up in the first quarter. I'm sure he wasn't very pleased in that huddle right there, rightfully so. You spend a lot of time in the preseason on your defense. You want it to show, but this is a whole different pace than your offense gives you in practice every day. So it takes some getting used to.
Randy Whitman, head coach, Washington Wizards. Won 90 games over the last 2 seasons.
He's done a good job there. I'm happy for him, you know. Much maligned coach.
Joseph with a strong move on the inside. DeRozan with Ross Patterson, Biyombo, and Joseph.
And he's done a good job in Washington, and obviously expectations are rising.
Yep.
On the other hand, I think the style of play he's playing with this group is better suited for what he has.
Neal drills the open jumper.
Now the guy that you're going to have to convince buy-in on is Nene. Obviously, I think it's going to directly impact his game.
Humphries blocks it. Gooden right there. Biyombo stays with it on his backside, gives it to Joseph. DeRozan now driving. DeRozan, he'll head to the line.
And, you know, here's the thing. You throw the ball into Biyombo in the post, he's going to have a hard time getting his game off in there when he has to go at a guy straight up. But Corey Joseph, he is so good changing speeds, effective getting to the basket. You throw it into Biyombo, and he struggles in terms of giving the ball, and he's got to go one-on-one with a guy. He's better when his defender leaves him, and now he's able to get inside position and get on the offensive glass, and now he just goes and gets it and puts it back on the dunk. You know, you throw it into him and expect him to do stuff. That's going to be tough, and he's not a great free throw shooter. Again, he's out there for a certain reason.
Nene, you mentioned Nene in his 14th season, 33 years of age. Out this evening with a strained right calf.
He's hurt a lot too. You know, that's the other thing with him. You know, and they've had a lot of issues with their team in terms of injuries. Their backcourt guys, they got to keep a guy like Nene up and going.
Neal collides with his teammate Gooden. Ross got a piece of it, knocked away from Sessions. On the drive, Neal back outside. Gooden for 3. Short. Long rebound. Another chance for Washington.
Washington credit again. Their spacing in the offense and the energy that they're playing. The pace they're running their stuff with is really impressive.
And grabbed by Biyombo.
Good blockouts that time by Toronto on the glass. Good defensive sequence there. Bouncing back.
Joseph up top. Biyombo sets a screen. He rolls. Patterson swings it back over to Corey. 5 on the clock. 4 on the clock. Joseph driving. Over Temple, too strong, and scooped up by Gooden.
Raptors need late shot clock stuff to get it going.
And the foul on DeRozan.
In their offense, which concerns me a little bit. You know, obviously Washington's defense has been sound tonight, holding the Toronto to 34%. But when you get into a lot of short clock scenarios, you know, 5-6 seconds or less, and you're asking Joseph or somebody like that to make a play off the bounce from an individualistic perspective, it's hard. Got to get a little bit more early offense. but give your opponent credit. They've done a good job of guarding your early sequence and taking you out of it, but this is all part of it. Just moving yourself to that next notch on the belt and improving your offense as you get ready for next Wednesday.
Carroll in for Ross. Here's Temple with a runner, and it pops out. Patterson, great job of sending it over to DeMar. DeRozan with Temple guarding him. Screen set by Biyombo. Creates a lane, and he throws it down viciously. Biyombo sent that high screen, and then DeRozan just took it to the rim. That ends a 10-3 run as Neal connects.
Nice move by Neal that time with the pump fake, and what a vicious slam by Double D.
He is at his best when he just gets in there. He says, you know what, nobody can deny me. He's so tough. He's got that great acceleration, that extra burst and blast as he gets to the rim. Sessions now driving. Carroll cuts him off. Gooden for three. He has struggled from outside after hitting one early.
Again, another good sequence defensively that time. They block people out, contain, contest, rebound. They did all that on that trip. Nice defensive stop there by Toronto. Seen a few of them now.
Raptors 2 of 7 in the quarter. Washington 2 of 7 in the quarter.
Well, they struggled against Cleveland the other night too offensively, Matty D. But Chris Humphries, former Raptor, I really like how Chris is playing. 8 points, 6 boards. He's made 2 threes. And another time out here for Dwayne Casey. And his club just laboring to get scoring chances going. And on the other hand, you do some of these, it'll look good. Bring it home. Dropping a hammer. Double D. Pure gold. Raps stuck 7. Second quarter.
It's a great time to try A&W's chicken. You ever had our chicken burger?
No, I haven't had the chicken burger yet. Oh.
Do you like chicken?
I do.
These are A&W chicken burgers. Dig in. Let me know what you think.
This is amazing.
Is it yummy?
Yeah. You like that? Yeah.
Our chicken is raised without the use of antibiotics.
For real?
Yeah.
It's a nice surprise to hear that.
You know what also is pretty spectacular?
What's that?
They're only $3 right now.
For one of these?
Yeah, that's right.
That's a good deal.
Who's buying?
She's buying.
Try a chubby chicken burger for just $3 for a limited time at A&W.
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
Can they tell a point guard from a power forward?
They think a rock is something you find on the ground.
That setting the tables got something to do with dinner time.
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
Do they know the difference between a double-double and a double dribble?
Could they find a back door with a map?
Do they think a baller is someone who cries?
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
Crossover.
Kick it out.
Take it to the rack.
Do they even know what that means? I don't think they do.
Tomahawk jam. Tomahawk jam.
Drop and dime.
Alley-oop. Alley-oop. Alley-oop.
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
We know one thing about basketball. It teaches kids the skills they need to win in sport and in life. That's why BMO supports the NBA and youth basketball.
All right, let's run one.
Corey Joseph signed in the offseason with his hometown Toronto Raptors, and he brings a title to Toronto from his days spent in San Antonio.
Well, he's done a good job here in preseason, averaging close to 10 points a game, over 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio, shooting over 50% from the field and from behind the arc. And, you know, this is a guy that's evolving and moving into that next stage of his career, Matty D, where, you know, I talk a lot about that extra notch on the belt that you can get to. I think he can get to that. And what does that mean? That means he can be a real good piece of the puzzle for Toronto. Coming off the bench as a starting guard, sometimes playing in the same backcourt as Kyle Lowry. If Lowry has to sit down, Joseph can run the team. It's a nice luxury to have. He's making that next step, and it's a guy you want to see make another step as well. Valanciunas, he's got 6 points, 8 minutes, perfect 3-for-3 shooting. Get him some touches. If he's going to do the dirty work on a defense and a rebounding for you, give him some love on the offensive end as well. You get more back on the other end.
Clock down. Layup doesn't go. Jared Dudley on the court for Washington.
Boston College guys everywhere. Dudley, Howard Isley, assistant with the Wizards as well. Matt Devlin.
Scola knocked out of bounds. Dudley, acquired from Milwaukee. He was a key component to that Milwaukee Bucks team.
He's a good shot maker. He's a terrific three-point shooter. And didn't really work out a few years ago with the Clippers, but definitely has been a good pickup for the Bucks, and it kind of brought his career back a little bit.
.708 remaining.
So that's where Valanciunas on a catch has got to get the ball deeper, so he doesn't have to do as much. Look where he catches it, very far out. And now he's got, he's got to do more with it than maybe sometimes is in his repertoire. Catch it a little deeper inside, and you already got more options. You got your bank shot already in the books if you want to take it.
Dudley in his second preseason game. Back issues, coming back from that. And Scola's shot doesn't go. Gortat out on the run. Dudley and a foul. So Dudley heads to the free throw line. She trusts no one and suspects everyone. And all new Quantico Sunday at 10, 9 Central on CTV.
Putting him in a firehouse here at the Bell Center. Every time they blow the horn goes off.
I like it. It's a goal horn.
It's a goal horn. You know, the Raptors against Cleveland on Sunday, 38%. Tonight, only 34%. So my concerns with their offense, we've kind of seen it the last few games. Got to get some improvement here in the last 30 minutes. And that man right there, don't be deceived with the pace of play that he plays with. Look at the result.
35-31 near the 6-minute mark. Temple sends it over to Neal. Neal up top and a nice shot over top Valanciunas.
Nice job that time by Neal getting by Carroll on the baseline and setting himself up. Good dribble move.
JV has it knocked away, scooped up by Carroll. Spin move. And last touch by Washington. Toronto basketball. And a 6-point game, 37-31, 5:36 remaining in the first half. Luis Scola. Nice job on the inside.
Wheeling and dealing, Matty D.
Whoever said reality can't beat the anticipation was doing it wrong. Being a rewards member has its perks. Whether you're discovering something unexpected with Renaissance Hotels or exploring destinations around the world. Marriott Rewards. Now that's rewarding.
NBA League Pass is bringing you the action. Don't miss out on your chance to watch the NBA how you want it. Now you have the choice. Purchase the full package. Purchase a single team or a single game. NBA League Pass puts the game in your hands. Anytime, any place, and now any way you want it. To purchase NBA League Pass, just log on or download the NBA app. It's your game, your way. NBA League Pass. Get it now.
Smoothness matters. That's why we cold filter Miller Genuine Draft 4 times. Beer experts know that means we never heat pasteurize. But to the rest of us, it means this.
Who's gonna say
The 4 times cold filtered, refreshingly smooth taste of Miller Genuine Draft. Right now, somewhere in the world.
A star-studded Friday evening here at the Bell Center. GSP, George St. Pierre. Great George St. Pierre here. And Didier Drogba, the Montreal Impact, going to take on Toronto FC on Sunday. And Jeannie Bouchard here, enjoying this one on a Friday evening from the Bell Center. 5:36 remaining, and considering everything that's going on between the Blue Jays and the undefeated Montreal Canadiens playing in Buffalo this evening, a great crowd as Joseph's shot doesn't go. Wall quickly ahead now to Beal. Pull up, Jay. Doesn't happen, and Skola's there.
A lot of discussion in the newspapers here today about Montreal making a move for an NBA team. It'll be interesting to see how that all evolves.
Well, there's certainly been conversation about baseball, as we know. I would think that Vancouver would be ahead of the list as Carroll drills a shot.
Seattle, obviously, from a North America perspective, will be #1 on the list. And then it'll be fun to see Vancouver and Montreal fight it out.
Here's Dudley, goes end line, sends it to Wall. Clock is down. Kyle jumps out at Neal. Neal jumper doesn't go. Tapped out, controlled by Valanciunas.
Love to see baseball back here. Remember the days of Rusty Staub, Le Grand Orange.
Montreal Expos.
John Bacchiabella.
Scola underneath. Scola, so crafty, able to get the rebound, put it back up and in despite having for top right there.
Tim Raines, Gary Carter, the kid.
Ellis Valentine.
There you go.
Tim Wallach at third.
Yeah.
Warren Cromartie out in the outfield before he signed with the Yomiuri Giants, you may recall.
Yeah, oh yeah. So put back right there. Skol on the evening, 6 points, 4 boards in 11 minutes.
Pedro Martinez started here, and then who could ever forget El Presidente, Dennis Martinez.
Randy Johnson was here as well, right?
Yeah.
He started here. Some great players. The strike killed them. It was horrible. They had a great team that year as well. 95, am I right, Matty D? 94? 94 was
Yeah, they had the best record.
Yeah.
37-35, 3:55 remaining here in the first half. And, you know, one of the great things about this NBA Canada series, Jack, we get to see this amazing country. Of course, started in Vancouver. We were in Ottawa, our nation's capital, and then here this evening in Montreal.
Oh, it's been fabulous, and I love going to all different parts of the country. And the thing that's just so enjoyable is just to see the passion folks have for the sport, how it's grown dramatically, and people are just so excited about the Raptors and the NBA and just the growth of the sport in general. And by the way, I actually beat you today in a celebrity game, 1-1 today. So I finished the preseason 2-4 against you, Matty D. It's better than last year's record.
First two wins.
It's been a while.
Ever against me. So I think you are now like 2-24.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm out of coaching. So
there's one thing that you learn very quickly when we have these fun little fantasy clinics. If you got players, you got a chance. And our good friends at Foot Locker, they always represent. They got some players as Valanciunas is found.
My BMO squads in Ottawa and Montreal getting it done for me.
They were. Absolutely.
And Mo Pete hanging out with us today as well.
Mo Pete's here as well.
We'll see Mo
Junkyard
Pete.
Dogs here as well.
Williams,
Williams, they're courtside.
Living it up, living large. We'll see.
Mo Pete's so happy just that Michigan State.
Oh, that was a miracle against Michigan. We'll see Mo Pete on Wednesday, and Leo and Rod and the whole gang back together on Wednesday night in Indiana Pacers.
See how much you can learn at the Raptors Coaches Open House presented by BMO on Sunday, October 25th. This free event is open to all coaches, offers unique input from the Raptors coaching staff. Visit raptors.com/coaches open house to register now. Deflected by Valanciunas. Raptors with a chance to lead. Lowry and the Raptors lead. It's their first. The other way. Wall, and he's fouled by Joseph.
Wow. Another made field goal by Toronto. And Washington on the make then turns right back into a made bucket. They're doing a great job, the Wizards, changing ends. And again, this is something early in the year. A lot of teams struggle with this, getting back in transition and guarding. The small backcourt. Joseph, Lowry, Raptors back in it. Stuck one, second quarter.
The passion, tradition, and drama of the NCAA is alive on TSN. And with our 5 channels, you can audible between multiple games each week. All the way through the college football playoff. NCAA football kicks off tomorrow on TSN 1, 2, and 4.
Listen, Andrew, I've been Rookie of the Year, and you can't let early success make you complacent.
I hear you, Dame. That's why I'm turning fresh this season.
Well, that new Adidas gear from Foot Locker is a good start. You got to evolve, because you don't want to end up like Bobby Butter.
I'm like mayonnaise, because I'm smooth, but dangerous to leave open. Did I do that?
You had all the talent in the world.
I'm like propane. I'm going to be in your grill all day. Come on.
What happened, brother?
Butter!
You could be the youngest. You could be the quickest. You could be an inspiration. You could be the one with the sneaker, the gold, the style. You could be the greatest. Or
the next NBA superstar.
You can be yourself. Be the story. NBA 2K16. Star in the Spike Lee joint.
Rated everyone 10 and up.
Kyle Lowry, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, Jack.
Well, not as big a night as we've seen from him in other games in preseason, but the thing I love about him, he knows how to run a team. He gets others involved. He makes the right decisions. Made a big play defensively early in the game, taking a charge on Otto Porter. And if you look at him the last 2 seasons, very consistent in every category. And to me, you know, you look at Kyle Lowry right now as he gets ready for the start of a big season here. I made this point earlier. Why not another year in the All-Star game for Kyle Lowry? It's all there for him. He looks like he's in terrific shape, ready to play. And you got a rambunctious, crazy fan base. Kind of like you see the Kansas City Royals, how they've had all those players in the All-Star game. Why not all the fans across Canada voting in a guy like Lowry and DeRozan? Why not?
He's so key to the success of this team.
It would be so cool to see him out on the court during the All-Star game. And I'm sure he's going to earn his way in there.
DeRozan uses the Scola screen, loses it, kicked away. Scola clock down, swish.
Raptors have shot the ball. It's interesting. They are 16 of 33, right around 50% from the 2. They're only 1 of 10 from 3. So the 3 ball's been an issue for them tonight.
And it wasn't last year. The 3, as I said a year ago, was the key.
Well, different roster. I mean, you take away Lou Williams and Vasquez, guys that are good distance shooters. And, you know, Carroll will make his share of threes. And Corey Joseph is more than capable.
And Kyle Lowry, too. Kyle, you know, remember, broke Mo Pete's 3-point.
And, you know, know, he's 57% in the preseason, and he's made 12 threes. So you know, he's going to do that for you as well. It's just, I look at this Raptor offense right now, and I look at a team that has no doubt spent more time concerning itself with its defense here. And it kind of shows a little bit, but I'm sure it'll all come back and find its happy medium as you go along.
Carroll. And he's going to head to the foul line. The hard-working Damari Carroll at the University of Missouri.
Well, you know, you made a point, Matty, in the opening about Luis Scola at the starting 4 spot. You know, patterns always emerge, and obviously the fact that he started back-to-back games, the last 2 games here, leading into the regular season, and you know, he's played more minutes tonight than Patrick Patterson. Patterson, no points, 3 boards. Seems like there's something forming here in terms of what you're trying to do in your rotation.
I think based upon the last couple of seasons, the expectation was that Patrick could handle stepping into that starting lineup. But, you know, sometimes players just feel more comfortable. Gortat with a tough dunk over JB. Sometimes, players are just more comfortable in the different roles. And I think for Patrick, he's somebody that feels maybe more comfortable coming off of the bench, which is fine because they need that. They need that. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you start or if you come off the bench. JB's two-handed slam, and a great job by DeRozan.
Great look that time. DeRozan wheeling and dealing. And Valanciunas, he's got 10 points and 5 boards. That was all set up by the gorgeous dribble move right there by DeMar DeRozan. Wheeling, dealing, a little spinorama. Hooking up Valanciunas.
Points in the paint. Raptors are plus 10. Turnover. Numbers. Carroll. Scola. Shot doesn't go. Last touch by Washington.
You can't ask for a better look there. Nice job by Carroll leading the break, getting them out in the open court. And that's just one Scola. Obviously, he knows. That's a bunny. You got to make that. So here's Carroll, the breakout. And Scola. What can you say? He just missed it. And he's going to make a dramatic number more on the positive side that he is going to miss. So.
Humphries, air ball. Neither team has shot the 3 well. Raptors lead 46-45.
Washington 3 of 13, Toronto 1 of 10. So combined 4 of 24, 4 of 23, excuse me. They all attended the Matt Devlin shooting clinic prior to the game.
JV stays with it. Lowry, be careful. And it's going to be Toronto basketball.
Great hustle. That's just great hustle there. Love it. 2 good competitors. Lowry, Gortat.
It's a preseason game, Jack.
Go get it.
It's a preseason game.
And he throws it off. What a great play. What a tremendous hustle play there. And that's what makes Lowry, when he's at his best and he's locked in mentally, that's when he's at his best. He is the heart and soul of your team. You can talk all you want about other players on this roster. He just has a personality and a leadership style in terms of how hard he plays that just ignites his teammates and gets you fired up. And you want to play that much harder.
(46-45). Raptors basketball. Lowry. Great preseason game, though, Jack. Take care of yourself.
Well, all 5 starters tonight, Matty D, have played north of 15 minutes. And Randy Whitman's starters have all played north of 14 minutes. So this is the final dress rehearsal. And both coaches obviously are trying to get their primetime guys in tip-top game shape. So they're all ready to roll. Wednesday night, Wizards at Orlando, Raptors at home against the Pacers.
They're working right now on the game clock and shot clock. And now it is coordinated, and we're all set. Raptors lead by 1. Here's Patterson. Lowry up top, Wall guarding him. Patterson, Carroll, Scola, and Ross. Everyone on the court can shoot a 3. Kyle now puts it in motion. Scola comes up, rolls to the rim. Kyle fading, shot doesn't go. Batted around, and at the end of the first half, the Raptors lead 46-45.
Hard-fought game. Raptors struggling offensively. They've only turned it over 4 times. They've done a good job getting it into the paint, and their defense has gotten better here in the second quarter, not giving up as many transition opportunities. These 2 teams evenly matched, Matty D.
Halftime festivities right after this from Montreal.
This is a smartphone. It's changed how we communicate, how we work, how we live. But without the right network, it's not being used to its fullest potential. It needs the largest LTE network in the country, with amazingly fast speeds from coast to coast. The smartphone you love on one of the best networks in the world.
Whoever said reality can't beat the anticipation was doing it wrong. Being a rewards member has its perks. Whether you're discovering something unexpected with Renaissance hotels or exploring destinations around the world. Marriott Rewards, now that's rewarding.
NBA League Pass is bringing you the action. Don't miss out on your chance to watch the NBA how you want it. Now you have the choice. Purchase the full package. Purchase a single team or a single game. NBA League Pass puts the game in your hands. Anytime, any place, and now any way you want it. To purchase NBA League Pass, just log on or download the NBA app. It's your game, your way. NBA League Pass. Get it now.
How does Hyundai do it? Without the premium prices. This is bull.
Got a security breach on the road.
Yes, that's true. Yes, fight.
Quality, features, value. The competition just can't figure out how we do it. Get into an Elantra today for $5,000 in total value savings. Limited quantities, so get to your local dealer now.
You ever feel like you're spinning?
46-45 as we get set for the final 24 minutes of the preseason. Let's send it over now to Jack Armstrong, who's with Rex Kalamian.
Coach, offensively, you guys struggled a little bit in the first half. What do you got to fix in here going into the second half?
Well, offensively, we really need to take our time and get great shots because this team right here is probably the quickest team in the NBA. Once the ball comes off the rim or even once it goes through the net, Wall, Sessions, Beal, even the bigs are running it right up our back. So we really, I think in the second quarter, we became a little, we have a little more healthy respect for how quick they are, and we adjusted to it. But our offense will dictate how we get back and how our transition defense lives. And we really cannot be in a run all night with them.
You know, you talk about your transition defense. Talk a little bit about your half-court defense tonight. When you have slowed them down, you've been effective.
Absolutely. I think our half-court defense has been really solid. We stayed true to our principles and how we play. play. We've tried to cut the court in half in thirds, keep the ball on the side. They've got a lot of good scorers and a lot of quickness on the floor. So it's really, this is a great test for us going into our last preseason game, going to our first regular season game. This is a great test.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you, Jack.
Matty D.
All right, thank you, Jack and Rex, as we get set here for the start of the third quarter. Matt Devlin, Jack Armstrong, Valanciunas, the top scorer, along with Scola, then DeRozan, Lowry, and Carroll, all 5 starters. 9 players used in the first half by Dwayne Casey, 10 by Randy Whitman. Top scorer, Gortat with 9. Beal 7, Wall and Porter with 5 each, and Humphries with 8 points and 6 rebounds in that first half. So 24 minutes remaining here in this preseason before the regular season starts next Wednesday against Indiana, then on the road to Boston, and then you're going to see Milwaukee Sunday night at home. Early test for the Raptors. Question about that. Indiana better. Boston's better, as we know. We'll get a chance to see a good friend of ours, Amir Johnson. Denial by Carroll. Milwaukee, Davis Vasquez there. Lowry finds Carroll. Carroll picked up by Wall. Sends it over to Scola. Entry pass. JV, they have Humphries on him. And a foul on Chris Humphries.
Chat with Rex Kalamian before. This is a good defensive sequence here. Look at the help on the backside by DeMar Carroll. Again, Lowry forcing the ball to where the help is, and then again the weak side helper and Carroll doing a nice job as well. So I mentioned that to Rex Kalamian. The transition defense has been an issue for Toronto tonight, but when they've been able to settle Washington down and get them playing 5-on-5 in a half-court game, their defense has been relatively sound. So that's what it's all about. And again, it's not just Toronto. You see a lot of teams early in the year struggle with changing ends and picking people up and communication and getting organized on the D. But as you get better at it, that is so critical. Because in this league, it's all about the 5-on-5 half-court game. You know, moving the chess pieces. What do I have at my disposal? Do I have enough playmakers? And on the other hand, can I neutralize some of your guys and make you take difficult shots at the back end of the shot clock? And can I clean the boards up? Can I block people out and control the defensive backboards? And that was a concern for Toronto a year ago, and that's an area obviously that's got to get better. Raptors +3 on the backboards tonight.
Beal, and the jumper is good. Raptors also doing a better job. Only 4 turnovers. Washington with 8 turnovers, as you mentioned, getting on the glass. DeRozan looks on the inside. Here's Carroll driving. Got it! And the foul on Beal.
There it is, Carroll. Turn to the corner and gets bumped and makes it. He's a physically imposing guy. And he's got the motor. You know, a lot of people use that nickname, Junkyard Dog, and the original Junkyard Dog, Jerome Williams, here in the building this evening, taking in Junkyard Dog 2, right? Is that 2-0? Is that how they say it?
2.0.
2.0.
Beal shot doesn't go. Humphries on the glass, and last touch by Lowry.
Humphries 9 boards tonight, and he's taking advantage of the fact that Nene not playing tonight and doing a solid job for them. It's amazing. Chris Humphries, this is his 12th pro season. How about that? How time flies, huh?
Out of the University of Minnesota, Gortat slams it in, and Washington with a lead of 1.
Oh, Dwayne Casey screaming out at his team there, blown coverage. I guarantee you tomorrow, film session, they'll be watching that, baby. Going over the adjustments that they have to make. So on Wednesday night, it's airtight.
Lowry drills the three.
Lowry again shot the ball well here in the preseason. He's a good three-point shooter. And shoot that above 50%, which is outstanding.
Humphries, hop step.
Oh,
nice job.
There you go. He's getting it done. 10 and 8 tonight.
DeRozan with it. Finds JV. Gather it. Top to Lowry. Lowry fading. Tough angle. And sneaking in. Beal lead pass. Humphries. And Humphries able to track it down.
You're going to have turnovers like that on occasion. You're trying to play fast. So that time you're trying to force pace. But again, you get it out of your system now. You learn from it. You know where guys run their lanes, where they want the ball, where you got to put the ball. Too much on that one from John Wall.
Tied at 51. DeRozan. DeMar 3 of 10 here tonight. Finds Lowry. The three. It's so key.
Great pass by DeRozan that time. And Lowry's shot preparation, brilliant.
Humphries, 3 doesn't register. Kyle and
Smart.
Porter commits a foul.
Smart. Lowry got right into the body of Porter, drew the foul. Real good play. And DeRozan, this is what I talk about guard play. You play with each other a long time, you know where you're going to be. That's a great read that time by DeMar DeRozan. He knows Kyle Lowry's game. Lowry knows DeRozan's game. So it's that sixth sense when you're a true blue on a string backcourt. A little yin and yang there, Matty D. A little Abbott and Costello. Right? What other combos?
There's been a lot through.
Yeah, you gotta just kind of. It's a happy marriage. Good backcourt. And speaking of happy marriage, we got to give it up. Jim and Kathy Chang, our good friend Jonathan Chang from NBA Canada, big guru over there in NBA Canada. His parents' 45th wedding anniversary tonight. 45. Jim Chang, he's still balling in his mid-70s. He's out there playing, kicking his son's tail every day. He's out there too. So happy 45th anniversary, Jim and Kathy Chang.
Absolutely. Great Raptor fans. We wish them all the best. Carroll just picked up his third. Raptors lead by 4. And then an offensive foul on Humphries, and Humphries picked up his third. Here's DeRozan. Finds Carroll. And great cut by Carroll. It's a 9-2 run. Blocking foul on Scola.
And you know it's nice too, you're starting to see some playmaking from your perimeter people. All 9 assists have come from your perimeter guys. Lowry, DeRozan, Carroll, Joseph. And to start this third quarter, how about the fact that all 4 field goals, Matty D, have been scored off the pass. You love that. The team play, getting a high percentage look, the ball moving with a purpose.
Beal accelerates to the rim.
Man, oh man. These guys are explosive first step, and they finish at the rim.
57 to 53. Now with 10 points, Lowry with 13, Valanciunas with 10. Beal, jumper, no, on the glass, JV. Dominant board there, Lowry sends it over to DeMar. DeMar, Lowry quickly, Scola. Scola now in the lane. No, Lowry crashing, be careful. And a foul, it's going the other way, be careful. 6:51 not want anything to happen in the final preseason game.
Scola, that's a good contest that time by Humphries, getting his hand on it. And what guy, just a tremendous competitor. Lowry going up and trying to get it. He's got 7 boards tonight.
Here's Wall. 3 doesn't go. Scola with a rebound. Scola jumper doesn't go. 4-10. 9 points, 5 rebounds. And a foul in this 6-point game. Foul on DeRozan. His third. Gortat at the free throw line. Help the Raptors hold down home court, Jack, as they open the season on October 28th against the Pacers. For more information on how to secure season seats, mini packs, or gondolas, visit Raptors.com/tickets. What do you think about Paul George playing the floor? You know, the league has gone small, as we know. You know, he hasn't been all that thrilled with that. Had a huge game this past week. I think you can do it certainly in spots. Do you do it every night, though?
No, but there's going to be times that necessity they're going to need him to do it in terms of trying to create better matchups for their team. You know, I guess the question is, will other teams say, I'm going to play big and try to punish George in the post? Or will that force teams to go small and match them? And Carroll, who's to say you won't see Damari Carroll playing a little floor this year? We haven't seen Anthony Bennett or James Johnson tonight, but you know, we've seen some of that from them as well.
They're going to review that last one to see if it was a 2 or a 3. Raptors lead by 6. On the inside, JB, largest lead for the Raptors.
Well, they really have done a nice job here in the first 6.5 minutes. Coming out of the locker room, focused, raring to play. The offense a lot more fluid, functional. The defense in the 5-on-5 game better. Damari Carroll, it's raining threes. Bonjour, Raps by 8.
This isn't Miami. This isn't the beach. This is now. These are my rocks. This is my heat. This is my splash. This is my flavor. And this is my Caesar. And right now, this is happening.
This is a smartphone. It's changed how we communicate, how we work, how we live. But without the right network, it's not being used to its fullest potential. It needs the largest LTE network in the country, with amazingly fast speeds from coast to coast. The smartphone you love on one of the best networks in the world.
How does Hyundai do it? Without the premium prices. This is bull.
Got a security breach on the room.
Yes, that's true. Yes, fight.
Quality, features, value. The competition just can't figure out how we do it. Get into an Elantra today for $5,000 in total value savings. Limited quantities, so get to your local dealer now.
This isn't Miami. This isn't the beach. This is now. These are my rocks. This is my heat. This is my splash. This is my flavor. And this is my Caesar. And right now, this is happening.
Damari Carroll picked up in the offseason, signed by the Toronto Raptors after 2 seasons in Atlanta. And the Raptors, their lead grows by 1. During the timeout, they reviewed if this was a 2 or a 3.
Yeah, it's a 3.
Of course, clearly you can see it is a 3. 64-55. 16-6 run. gives it up to Wall. DeRozan. DeMar in the lane. Carroll, ball fake, driving. Up top, Biombo. All started by DeRozan and Carroll.
Well, great pass there by Carroll. And the big ball goes up and gets it. Emphatic flush.
11-point lead now, Jack.
I like how the Raptors have looked here in the third quarter to start. Come out with energy, playing hard, extending their pickup point in the defense, getting back quickly in transition, moving the ball offensively, playing as a team.
Patterson hovering around Beal. Good in. And they're going to count the bucket.
Oh, that was good, though. Multiple effort defensively. Guys are looking to protect the rim. Here we go, right here. Good contest originally, and Patrick Patterson saying, "Get that garbage out of here."
Carroll gives it now to Lowry. And DeRozan fouled. He'll head to the free throw line.
And I talk about Carroll. Their perimeter guys have done a beautiful job here of late, getting the ball humming, moving. Everybody comes up and plays a drive on Carroll, and he just throws it up top to Biombo, and good finish there.
DeMar, one of the best in the league at getting to the free throw line.
Really nice job. And, you know, we haven't seen a lot yet in the preseason in terms of him with the post-up game. He did a lot of that early last season. I was really impressed with how he did it. Obviously, a significant contractual year for DeMar DeRozan, so sure there'll be a lot of discussion on that as we go along during the course of the season.
Foul on DeRozan. That's going to be his fourth. Gortat heads to the line. Opportunity for a three-point play.
Well, they stay with you, man. Their guards love hitting Gortat as he cuts down the gun of the defense. I tell you, he's got soft hands. He's a good finisher, pretty mobile. And, you know, Matty D, I think you remember back to when Gortat played in Phoenix. He was very effective changing ends quickly. This style of play, he's not out of place one bit.
No,
Am I right?
You said, no, I agree with you. And as you said, Nene, that's going to be the interesting one at 33 years of age.
And he's always hurt. Yeah. You know, there's always something with him.
Beal, Porter, Gooden, now back up top Wall. Skip pass, sends it over to Porter. Porter now in the paint. Fading over Carroll, tough bucket. 68-62.
I love Otto Porter. He's going to be a good one.
Patterson, here's Carroll, the three, good! Little string music there from DeMar and Carroll.
Well, the Raptors only made 1 3 in the first half. They've made 4 here in the third quarter, so they're moving the ball, getting clean looks.
4-4 from downtown here in the quarter. Kyle, great cut. What a cut by Carroll.
Beautiful team play again. Your perimeter guys carrying you. Lowry in the post, good pass, and then Carroll with the big-time cut, hard finish.
9 assists, 10 made field goals here in the quarter, Jack.
That's what you want to see. That's what you want your offense to look like.
Carroll on the glass.
Oh, man, he goes and gets it there. 50-50 ball. Beast.
Timeout taken by Dwayne Casey. Raptors lead 73-62.
Smoothness matters. That's why we cold filter Miller Genuine Draft 4 times. Beer experts know that means we never heat pasteurize. But to the rest of us, it means this. The 4 times cold filtered, refreshingly smooth taste of Miller Genuine Draft. Right now, somewhere in the world,
the new Edge Plus. Decisions. This one would keep me organized. I could list all the days I've been banned from social media. Wait, this thing has built-in live broadcasting? I don't know what nerd came up with that, but it's awesome. You think they'd censor Pippa's doggiolas? Censored, not censored. Censored, not censored.
Introducing the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus and the Note 5.
To introduce the redesigned Infiniti QX50, we could have shown it on the same old scenic road, or somewhere cultured and sophisticated, or at the Too Perfect Marina. But what sets the QX50 apart isn't where you can take it, it's how you feel taking it there. With generous cargo space, extended legroom, and 325 horsepower. The redesigned QX50 from Infiniti.
This isn't Miami. This isn't the beach. This is now. These are my rocks. This is my heat. This is my splash. This is my flavor. And this is my Caesar. And right now, this is happening.
Damari Carroll playing big here in the third quarter. Major League off-season acquisition from Masai Ujiri. Beautiful pass, Patrick Patterson. Knock it down to Jimmy from deep. How about this pass by Lowry? Back it in. Great cut. Usage of window. Perimeter play. Beautiful hookup. Carroll 5 for 5 here in the third quarter. And the ball, Matty D, as you mentioned, it's humming, it's moving, they're looking sharp, and it's energized their defense. Nice.
A dozen points for Carroll here in the third. Perfect 5 of 5 from the field, Jack. And Raptors with 2:32 to go here in the third. Lead by 11.
Valanciunas sits down, 12.7 boards, 21 minutes.
Yep.
Scola 9.6 points. Here's your starting bigs from tonight's game.
Terrence Ross on the court, 9 minutes of action in the first half. Carroll with it, gives it to Patterson. Here's the three, it doesn't go. Joseph, Biyombo, Patterson, Carroll, Ross. Corey finds Carroll. Carroll drives, teardrop. And Gortat tracks it down on the weak side. Sessions, Neal, Gortat, Gooden, and Porter. And deflected by Joseph. 5 of the clock. Deflected by Patterson. Clock down. And a shot clock violation. Those two deflections to Joseph and Patterson, huge, Jack.
Well, that was a great sequence. The defense played with tremendous energy. The communication was great. Multiple effort, the sprint outs, the contests, the active hands. These are all the things Dwayne Casey and his coaching staff are really trying to stress. Look at the help. Joseph giving Biyombo help, get back to him. And then Patterson getting out in the passing lane in anticipation off of that. So, real nice job. Very good.
Here's Joseph up top with it. Screen set by Biyombo. He rolls. Patterson clean free. Doesn't fall.
He's had some good looks.
Yeah, he has. You just hope that they can start to go. Now 26 left here in the third. Let's see. From our vantage point, we could not see that.
Yeah, it was right down the baseline. Wow, that was scary.
Cut off from that, but that is extremely...
Yeah, thankfully he's okay.
Yep, fortunately he is okay. The last thing you need is what we've talked about, just get out of this healthy. Neal, jumper, veteran out of Townsend.
And the minute load is increased tonight, so guys are pushing through another threshold here in terms of the fatigue factor and getting themselves truly into game shape. You made an interesting point, Matty D, earlier about Terrence Ross. He's played 10 minutes tonight. In the past, he had the ability to kind of jump on the floor and kind of ease in and all that stuff. Now, it's a big adjustment. He's got to hit this baby running every night. He's got to make it happen quick. He's on a shorter leash now, so You got to make it. You got to be more raring to go and productive when you do it.
Open Gym has returned, Jack, every week.
I love the show.
Get a behind-the-scenes look at the Raptors as their season unfolds. Catch it Tuesdays on TSN4 all season long, presented by Bell.
They even ask us for our opinion once in a while on Open Gym. That's when people turn the TV off. But other than that, it's a good
that's not true. They interview you quite often for the show. And a timeout taken.
Jeff and Jeff.
The Jeff and Jeff show. OG. Open Gym.
They even got T-shirts.
They do.
We haven't gotten a T-shirt, though.
No.
No T-shirts.
They had the Matt and Jack T-shirt a few years ago.
That was a big hit. Maybe we should get those going.
I actually still have it.
I have it, too.
Yeah.
Matt and Jack T-shirt.
Maybe with this year, time out on the floor, maybe we should give some of those out.
We had the Hello T-shirt many years ago. We had the Get the Garbage
out of here.
Yeah, so we're going to have to get those babies back going again.
75-62, timeout on the court. We'll take a break. And we'll return right after this. Under a minute remaining here in the third quarter.
Let's go! Sunday at 1 on CTV. Divisional rivals battle it out. The 4-1 Jets take on the undefeated Patriots. At 4, a struggling Dallas Cowboys squad saddles up against Eli and the Giants. Later on TSN.
How about that?
Fresh off a comeback win, Cam Newton and the Perfect Panthers tackle the Eagles. Game on. It all starts Sunday at 1 Eastern on CTV. The NFL lives here.
The NBA Canada Series on TSN is brought to you by Bell, presenting partner of NBA Canada.
Ring my bell. Who sang that song? I can't remember.
And why on earth you thought of it at that moment?
Yeah, I saw this.
At that time is
you can ring my bell. How about that? At the Bell Center. It's a Bell lovin' tonight. Gotta love it.
Hey, you went to see last night
Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Beatle fan.
Massive.
And my first time seeing him was in this thrill.
First concert? Was that your first concert?
No, I've been to concerts before.
Oh,
that was my first Paul McCartney concert. I saw the Rolling Stones this summer too. Yeah. Our producer Dan Glavin happened to be at that concert as well, from what he can remember of it. But McCartney was great last night. 3 hours, 73 years old. The guy brings it, man. High energy.
Raptors bringing it here in the third. Good and up fake. Patterson very active right there. Defensively, Neal turns the corner. On the drive, Sessions. And a nice job by Sessions being able to finish at 75-60. For your favorite song last night that he performed?
I think it was Donna's. My favorite McCartney song last night.
Oh, what? Your favorite concert?
My favorite concert? What do you want?
No, favorite song.
Last night?
Yeah.
I thought he did a beautiful job with Something in honor of George Harrison. I thought he did a beautiful job as well with obviously Let It Be and Hey Jude. Those are signature songs. Yesterday. You want me to sing any of these songs for you?
No, not really.
All right.
75-64. Sessions underneath and the pass out of bounds. And the third quarter comes to an end. And it's a horn instead of a bell here.
And the Raptors with a 11-point lead here, Matty D.
We'll go to the fourth.
Montreal, little bonjour. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play.
Oh, don't go there.
Now he remains the hideaway. I believe in yesterday.
This is a smartphone. It's changed how we communicate, how we work, how we live. But without the right network, it's not being used to its fullest potential. It needs the largest LTE network in the country, with amazingly fast speeds from coast to coast. The smartphone you love on one of the best networks in the world.
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
Can they tell a point guard from a power forward?
They think a rock is something you find on the ground?
That setting the tables got something to do with dinner time?
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
Do they know the difference between a double-double and a double dribble?
Could they find a back door with a map?
Do they think a baller is someone who cries?
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
Crossover.
Kick it out.
Take it to the rack.
Do they even know what that means?
I don't think they do.
Tomahawk jam. Tomahawk jam.
Dropping dime.
Alley-oop.
Alley-oop. Alley-oop.
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
We know one thing about basketball. It teaches kids the skills they need to win in sport and in life. That's why BMO supports the NBA and youth basketball.
All right, let's run one.
Jack, here are the numbers through three quarters despite shooting just under 39%. Raptors are leading because of that D.
But they put on a clinic there in the third quarter, though. 9 assists on 10 made field goals. They've only turned the ball over 4 times tonight. And the defense has gotten better. They defended the three-ball really well. And Damari Carroll there in the third quarter. You got to love what you saw from him. Shot-making ability from deep. The hard cuts. The good play defensively. He does it all for you. Tight 9-man rotation tonight from Dwayne Casey, Matty D.
Jumper, air ball, Humphries. Shot clock violation. Real quick, Alan Anderson, former Raptor, picked up by Washington in the offseason, had ankle surgery, will not be available till January. It's tough. Good pickup.
I'm a huge Alan Anderson fan. The guy's just a winner. I mean, obviously played in Toronto. We saw him with the Nets in the last few years, and he's a tremendous pickup for the Wizards. He's a good leader, selfless guy, team guy, and I'm sure Randy Whitman and his staff will love having him on their squad.
Absolutely.
Just will do anything to help your squad.
And here's the thing. Ed Tapscott, of course, works for Ernie Grunfeld, present GM of the Wizards. Clock down to 3. DeRozan wheeling, dealing. Shot doesn't go. Ed Tapscott was the president of the Charlotte Bobcats when
Alan Anderson.
They signed Alan Anderson undrafted out of Michigan State.
You are connecting the dots tonight. I am really impressed.
I am just trying to get there, Jack. Pass, turnover. Raptors only 4 turnovers tonight. 14 by Washington. DeRozan in the lane. Joseph spots up in the 3. Doesn't go. Humphries on the glass. He's got a double-double.
Good look, though. Very nice. Good passing. You know, and you bring up the takeaway, giveaway category, the turnover margin, which I think is so big. Raptors have taken 12 more field goal attempts. You know, victory favors the team getting the most shot opportunities, you know? And victory favors the team making the least mistakes, so it goes hand in hand.
Raptors 74 shots, Washington 62.
And, you know, plus 10 in the turnover margin. Why? The ball pressure's been good. The activity level and the communication defensively has been good. Active hands, active feet. They're helping, they're rotating, they're scrambling. And this is kind of the vision that Dwayne Casey has for his club in terms of what he wants his club to look like defensively. Now, can they sustain this and have enough offense to go along with it? That's going to be the critical thing. Might have to be, well, you know DeRozan and Lowry are going to be there for you every night, and Carroll is going to be that guy who's going to be a strong three. But other guys are going to have to get it done for you. You're going to have to be a different hero every night, right?
Absolutely.
Work with me.
I would just say this, Jack, and you were talking. I really, you know, when you look at this bench, the bench is so different from a season ago. You know, a season ago it was Lou Williams, 6th man of the year, and now, you know, an opportunity for Ross Patterson, an opportunity for him to shine. Corey Joseph, that opportunity. Biombo. While you may not have that you know, incredible scoring. Collectively, though, offense and defense together, that unit should be solid.
Here's the thing, Lou Williams could go, man. He could go. He can get his. And, you know, the question is, can Ross do that? He's more of a guy that needs other people to get him going. Corey Joseph is a guy that does a real nice job getting into the defense, so he'll help you as a playmaker. I think he'll be a better fit for them in terms of the two-way complement compared to Vasquez, though Vasquez is a good player. He'll give you more of what you need to be a good team come springtime and to be a good team overall. But you're going to miss having dudes that can go, because Vasquez and Lou Williams, they can go in a game and they get you 10
get
points.
On a run, yeah.
They get, you know, Lou Williams won 5-6 games for the Raptors on back-to-back nights. I can remember a game in Denver. He just, you know, Washington. He just comes in a game and just gets his 14 points. Yeah, he gets 12, 14 points in a quarter and just carries you. I don't think they have that element. So they have to be committed defensively every night, and they got to be committed offensively to each other, because they don't have as much individualistic stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
DeRozan has it blocked by Kelly Oubre Jr., the rookie. Joseph gets it right back.
Make it.
Here's Patterson. Weak side board, DeRozan. Up top, T. Ross. Ross with it. Shovel pass over now to Joseph.
Patterson 0 for 7 tonight. Ross 1 of 4.
DeMar drives.
Good defense.
Offensive
That's
foul. That's going to be his 5th.
You know,
30 minutes.
With this second unit, you're looking for Ross and Patterson playing off of Joseph. His slicing and dicing ability, they got to make shots.
Yeah.
I mean, this is great defense here. Humphries, you bring the driver to help. Here it is right here. Beautiful. But, you know, those guys got to make plays for you. Ross and Patterson with this second unit playing off of Joseph's game.
Tough angle for Neal and a rebound, Biyombo.
Because Biyombo, he's going to give you what he's giving you. He's going to rebound the ball, he's going to defend, he's going to block shots.
9 rebounds.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's going to bring that to you every night.
8:45 left here in Montreal. The Raptors lead 75-66 over Washington.
This is a smartphone. It's changed how we communicate, how we work, how we live. But without the right network, it's not being used to its fullest potential. It needs the largest LTE network in the country, with amazingly fast speeds from coast to coast. The smartphone you love on one of the best networks in the world.
This isn't Miami. This isn't the beach. This is now. These are my rocks. This is my heat. This is my splash. This is my flavor. And this is my Caesar. And right now, this is happening.
My husband's kind of difficult. Like when I told him we were heading down south with the Transat Distinction Package, he wanted to make sure everything was perfect. The room, the cocktails, the activities, the restaurants. So, hun, what's the verdict?
I still haven't decided. I think we're gonna have to come back next year.
Book your dream vacation now and save up to 40%. Transat, sun for everyone.
This isn't Miami. This isn't the beach. This is now. These are my rocks. This is my heat. This is my splash. This is my flavor. And this is my Caesar. And right now, this is happening.
Major League Soccer on TSN continues Sunday with Decision Day. Montreal will be taking on Toronto FC. Catch it 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on TSN 4 and 5. It's the final day of the regular season, and every MLS team will be in action as many battle for playoff berths and positioning. Didier Drogba and Hassoun Camara for the Montreal Impact. And Genie Bouchard there as well. GSP GSP here. Mo Pete. Junkyard Dog.
All the celebrities.
Jack Armstrong.
Yeah.
Lowry. Comes up short. Oubre throws it off of Biyombo. It's going to be Washington basketball. Josh Harrelson, Jared Dudley, Neal, Oubre, and Sessions. A little bit different approach for Randy Whitman. He's played 12. Turnover, Joseph. Corey driving. Shot doesn't go. Harrelson with the rebound. Here's Oubre. Saw him in the Summer League. Rookie out of Kansas. John Wall was there. And Wall, spent a lot of time watching him play. And we talked to him during the game. Both teams have combined 0 of 15 here in the quarter. Ross swings it. Patterson. And his pass picked off. And out of bounds. 7:48. Ish Smith is going to check in for Sessions. So everyone that has suited up for Washington seen action. There's Mo Pete and Junkyard Dog.
JYD checking their phones.
Absolutely.
Hey, how about watching the game? Okay, come on. I got to get on my man Mo Pete.
No, Junkyard's actually taking video of the game. See? Taking video of the game.
Watch the game.
We're watching it. And travel. Harrelson. 75-66. Here comes Anthony Bennett in for Patrick Patterson.
So this is Dwayne Casey to the 7.5-minute mark went with a tight 9-man rotation. And now we're seeing player 10 and 11 tonight with Anthony Bennett and excuse me, Delon Wright coming in. Patterson leaves no points, 4 boards in 20 minutes, 0 for 7.
Yep.
Tough one tonight for P squared.
Nice cut. Joseph.
Right. Beautiful. Good spacing. Give it go action.
So a field goal recorded here in the 4th quarter. Dudley. The 3.
There you go. All it takes is one, Matty D.
Jared Dudley and Craig Smith. They were quite the tandem at Boston College for Al Skinner. And great runs there.
Yeah, you guys had a tough football loss, though, against Wake Forest. I saw that. That was a disaster. What's going on there?
I think it was 3-0.
It was a bad game. My buddy,
the quarterback injured for the season, Jacko.
No excuse,
great defense.
Got to play through it.
Here's Dudley. Jumper.
My buddy Dave Clausen is the head football coach at Wake Forest. So I got to tell you, I was rooting for Wake. Sorry.
That's all right.
That was a bad game.
3-0.
Good defensive battle.
When was the last time you saw a football game 3-0?
This is beautiful. Little give, little go. There you go. Little yang, little yang. I actually might see one Sunday. The Bills are playing Jacksonville on Sunday.
77-69.
You want to come to my house? I got a bunch of guys coming to the house Sunday morning. It's a 9:30 game in the morning.
Yes, in London.
Yeah, so we're going to have, instead of breakfast at Wimbledon, we're going to have
breakfast at Jack's.
Breakfast and beverages at Jack's. So get the grill fired up on the back patio. It'll be all good.
Clock down to 5. At 4. 2. Delon Wright. And Harrelson with the rebound in this 8-point game.
So if you're not in about 8 hockey rinks on Sunday morning, come on by.
I might be in a hockey rink on Sunday morning. Jumper doesn't go. We have 5:40, or did it go? It did go. Yes, it did. 77-72. I was cut off.
Yeah, okay.
I was right there. They were right in front. My vantage point, Jacko.
Your eyes are going, Matty.
That might be the case. 77-72. 5-point game.
Listen, Andrew, I've been Rookie of the Year, and you can't let early success make you complacent.
I hear you, Dame. That's why I'm turning fresh this season.
Well, that new Adidas gear from Foot Locker is a good start. You got to evolve, because you don't want to end up like Bobby Butter.
I'm like mayonnaise, because I'm smooth, but dangerous to leave open. Did I do that?
You had all the talent in the world.
I'm like propane. I'm going to be in your grill all day. Come on.
What happened, brother?
Butter!
NBA League Pass is bringing you the action. Don't miss out on your chance to watch the NBA how you want it. Now you have the choice. Purchase the full package. Purchase a single team or a single game. NBA League Pass puts the game in your hands. Anytime, any place, and now any way you want it. To purchase NBA League Pass, just log on or download the NBA app. It's your game, your way. NBA League Pass. Get it now.
Smoothness matters. That's why we cold filter Miller Genuine Draft 4 times. Beer experts know that means we never heat pasteurize. But to the rest of us, it means this. Who's gonna say the 4 times cold filtered, refreshingly smooth taste of Miller Genuine Draft. Right now, somewhere in the world.
The Marriott Rewards play of the game.
How about this? Double D! Bring it on! The high screen for Biyombo. Oh, yeah! Bonjour! A little hammer. Marriott Rewards play of the game. DeMar DeRozan, 12 points, 30 minutes tonight. He and Lowry, both of them, Matty D, played 30 minutes tonight. You know what I liked about their performance? Yeah, they have 25 points tonight. But here's the thing. They combined for 10 assists tonight. And when this team really got going, their playmaking got everyone at another level. It was nice to see.
77-72. 5:42 to go. Ross, Bennett, Joseph, Biyombo, and DeLon Wright. For Washington, Oubre, Smith, Dudley, Harrelson, and Temple driving. Corey Joseph blocked. And last touch by Washington, Toronto ball in this 5-point game. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here's DeLon Wright, driving right, got it, and the foul. The rookie out of Utah.
I've said this before. I think DeLon Wright, Norman Powell. I really like these two youngsters. We haven't seen Powell tonight, but DeLon Wright, he's a gym rat, student of the game, plays at a controlled speed, knows how to run a ball club, and he's not going to wow you. Just watch him, though. And obviously, he'll play a lot of time with the 905s, and that will help his development as a player. But I think he's got a good future ahead of him. I like him as a pick.
Biyombo, 11 rebounds, Jack, off of the bench, 22 minutes. 2 of 7 from the field, though. But that's one of those situations where if he just goes and gets it on the offensive as well as defensive glass, it will be all good. And a foul's going to be charged to Ross in an and-one situation.
Terrence Ross has got to come up with that loose ball that time. Right here, you got to get on that. Just got beat to it. And, I think if you're a Raptor fan right now, I think we have a little bit of angst going into the regular season. Addison's had a kind of an uneven preseason, and Terrence Ross still looks like he's adjusting to this new role off the bench. And I don't mean to be a broken record, but that's how those two guys, they got to give you a little something every night if they're both going to come off the bench.
Clock at 5. Joseph up top. Biyombo with the screen. Driving in the corner. Extra pass.
Dyson again. He gives your second unit that element of being able to create offense where there's nothing going on. And then the ball got moving, and great job by DeLon Wright.
Oubre gets in the lane. DeLon Wright, 2 of 4, 6 points.
I like how Corey Joseph, though, has really attacked the defense and utilized that dribble as a weapon.
Here in the 4-minute mark. Ross loses it. Dudley. And Dudley with a slam dunk.
Yeah, Ross and Patterson tonight have really, you know, thankfully it's preseason and you got time to adapt, but you're going to need better from them on Wednesday night.
And Corey's going to the free throw line.
And not just Wednesday night, Friday night, Sunday night. There's got to be a consistency there. This is what I'm talking about. Look at him. Takes on all the defenders. Great extra pass. That was a really nice possession. And you know what happened too? Give it up to Terrence Ross, that pass he made to DeLon Wright off the penetration from Joseph. There's no way they could get to DeLon Wright. They were all out of sorts. The ball moved quicker than the defensive rotation.
See how much you can learn at the Raptors Coaches Open House presented by BMO Sunday, October 25th. This free event open to all coaches offers unique input from the Raptors coaching staff. Visit Raptors.com/coaches open house to register now.
I'm going to host a bad coaches clinic. I'll be the lead speaker.
No,
let's look at my career record.
You had some good years.
More bad ones.
Just not enough of them. You had some good years, Jack. Bennett with a rebound.
That was horrible. That's okay.
No, it's not true. It's
This is a much better job, believe me. Don't feel bad for me.
You had some great years.
This is no heavy lifting here.
Here's Bennett to 3. Air ball. So he's been off from outside. We saw him in Ottawa knock down some threes and get on the glass. You know, there's an opportunity for Anthony Bennett here. He'll get back that confidence, get some rhythm. Harrelson over top Biombo.
Woody Harrelson's playing well tonight. Wasn't he in that movie, the basketball movie, A White Man Can't Jump, right? There you go.
85-81. It's a 4-point game. And knocked away. Scoop back up under 10 on the clock. 7 on the clock. 5 on the clock. DeLon Wright. 4 on the clock. Wright driving. Strip. Harrelson to Smith. Dudley the 3. Biombo with a rebound and 2:22 to go.
This Wizards second unit's done a really nice job defensively. And the Raptors have absolutely hit a wall. They are exhausted. Good timeout here for Dwayne Casey.
Timeout taken. And the Toronto Raptors lead by 4 with 2:17 remaining here in the final preseason game, Jack.
This is a smartphone. It's changed how we communicate, how we work, how we live. But without the right network, it's not being used to its fullest potential. It needs the largest LTE network in the country, with amazingly fast speeds from coast to coast. The smartphone you love on one of the best networks in the world.
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
Can they tell a point guard from a power forward?
They think a rock is something you find on the ground?
That setting the tables got something to do with dinner time?
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
Do they know the difference between a double-double and a double dribble?
Could they find a back door with a map?
Do they think a baller is someone who cries?
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
Crossover.
Kick it out.
Take it to the rack.
Do they even know what that means?
I don't think they do.
Tomahawk jam.
Tomahawk jam.
Dropping dime.
Alley-oop.
Alley-oop. Alley-oop.
What does a bank like BMO know about basketball?
We know one thing about basketball. It teaches kids the skills they need to win in sport and in life. That's why BMO supports the NBA and youth basketball.
All right, let's run one.
Lowry, DeRozan, and Carroll tonight. You see the minutes And also the productivity, Jack.
Yes. And each of them brought something different to the table tonight. Lowry didn't shoot it well, but I thought his effort and his competitive spirit was off the charts tonight. DeRozan, you know, the hard-nosed defense, and good passing. Carroll in that third quarter was brilliant with the shot making. He brings you the energy and the toughness every night defensively. But those three guys are going to have to be a constant at Dwayne Casey this season if this Raptor club is going to get back to the playoffs for a third straight year.
Having fun here.
Great
in
crowd.
Montreal, great crowd.
Unbelievable.
And fans erupting because up on the Jumbotron.
Don't tell me.
Yes, the Canadians in the Sabre score.
Not good.
No.
What was it, 7-2?
7-2, and Price, they rested Price, of course. The Habs and
what are they,
the Leafs tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow right here from the Bell Center.
And the Leafs are hanging out here tonight, right? They're here already.
They are. I think Raptors are checking out of the hotel, and the Leafs are checking in.
There you go. Babcock will have them ready tomorrow to play.
And Biombo is heading to the free throw line, 85, 81, 2:06 to go. Yes.
I've heard it's a great trip to make the train trip from Toronto to Montreal for the Leafs Habs game.
Or even the Raptors and whoever they may play. Maybe next year that's what we'll do.
Take the train here.
We'll take the train.
I love it. Maybe we'll have like a private car and like have
that's how you roll.
A sponsor.
That's how you roll.
That would be, right? That'd be a pretty good trip.
The BMO private car. The MGD nice. Private car.
We'd have to get some beverage sponsor.
Well, as I just said, MGD.
Yeah, well, somebody. Yeah, we could swing that.
So there you go, Jack. Something to work on over the next 365.
Personal train car. We can invite like 60, 70 of our closest friends and cruise out here in Montreal. It'd be fun.
And it would be. Biombo.
I don't even have to come to a game. I'll just take a trip out.
And then turn right back around.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd remember the trip.
86-81, 5-point game here. Dudley swings it. Smith now drives. Smith with the runner. Doesn't go. Biombo with another rebound. He's got 13. Humphries with 14 boards. Tops in this game. 1:39 remaining here. Both teams come in preseason record of 4-2. More importantly, the Raptors are going to leave with the starters in place as far as health is concerned, and watch out Corey Joseph. 6-point game according to the stat monitor, and now yes. 87-81. Here's a three-pointer. Dudley too strong. Delon Wright using that lane, grabs it.
Nice and easy now. Let's milk this baby.
Delon Wright sends it over to Joseph as we near that minute mark. Two-possession game. Here's Ross with the three. There you go. That'll do it.
That was good. He needs that. Made 2 threes tonight. That helps. A positive vibe getting it ready for Indiana on Wednesday.
And Bennett with a rebound. Bennett's done a good job on the glass in the preseason, Jack.
3 boards here in 7 minutes tonight as well.
Well, the Canada Series, I mentioned this before, it's always great. Start in Vancouver, and then we went to Ottawa. And here at Montreal, there was another game. Chicago, Minnesota played in Winnipeg as Bennett knocks it down, 92-81. And we appreciate all those fans. Biombo with a denial and a foul. Watching us throughout the preseason. And the Toronto Raptors, of course, getting set for the regular season. And you'll see that on Wednesday on TSN. Biombo and Joseph, the collision there. Is Smith on the drive. And Corey Joseph saying that he's okay. Just I've said it a few times here. Just be healthy. Leave healthy. Injury-free. And Corey Joseph is going to bring it across the timeline. He's going to dribble it out. 82 fans on their feet here. At the Bell Center. It's always great to come to Montreal. And the Toronto Raptors take this one 92-82. And they finish the preseason 5-2. Washington 4-3. And the Toronto Raptors will begin the season next Wednesday at home against Indiana. And fans appreciative of the Raptors and the Wizards and their effort here this evening. And Toronto led offensively. Carroll with 16, 5 in double digits. Lowry, DeRozan, Valanciunas, Joseph, and Carroll. Biyombo with 13 rebounds, and Corey Joseph making his way over to Jack Armstrong. And let's send it over to Jack right now.
Corey, you finish up the preseason 5-2, but more importantly for you, getting comfortable with a new team. How do you feel right now after being with this team for a month, and how's your game?
I'm feeling more and more comfortable every day. Today I felt like we had a slow start, all of us. We picked up the energy, and we were able to get it today.
You know, I was really impressed tonight as the game went on, the pressure you put on the defense with the dribble. Talk a little bit about your mindset as a point guard trying to set people up.
I just try to make the rim my God, you know, try to get to the rim and create for myself or others.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
All the best. Matt?
All right, Corey Joseph